And then finally, al-khalal al-khamis, at-tasawwur al-tariqi al-sat'i, a very superficial reading of history, right? And this is one of the things about human civilizations, is that they're like human beings. They have inception, they have the infancy, they have adolescence, they have the maturity, strength, and then they begin to wane. So they wax and they wane. And if you look at the Muslims during their time, we have this romantic view, like Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. Salahuddin al-Ayyubi fought with Christians against Muslims. Amir Abd al-Qadir al-Jazairi fought with Christians against Muslims. They allied at times. It wasn't just a black and white world. Abd al-Malik ibn Marwan, at the time of the most powerful period of Islamic sovereignty, he actually paid the Romans to guard the borders of Islam. He paid them, like jizya. So, Ashab al-Fikr al-Ma'zoom, these people that have this demented ideology and understanding of the لا يميزون بين الدولة الوطنية والدولة الإمبراطورية. They don't distinguish between a state and an empire. They're different. In the pre-modern world, you had empires. You had the Habsburgs, the Hohenzollerns, you had the Romanovs in the recent period, you had the Ottoman. These were empires. They weren't states in the modern understanding. Now we have what are called states. And the ulama did not all reject the idea of having more than one ruler. They said إذا تباعدت الدول فجازت جاز تعدد الأمراء. If the countries were far apart, it was permissible to have more than one ruler. Now trying to make one ruler would create fitna and war between these states. These states were put there largely by, most of them, Morocco wasn't, but many of these states were put there by colonial powers, undeniably. But to remove them now would create war and fitna. So we have to deal with the situation we're in. These people, that ينتحلون صفة الأمة, they've taken upon themselves the idea that they're the ummah, that they dictate what the ummah is. We speak on behalf of 1.6 billion Muslims, 1/4 of every person, that these are our leaders. Hasha, it's impossible. These are, wallahi, the majority of them are just totally kilab al-nar, kama qala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. It's a fact. Simple as that. This will probably get me killed, but I mean, this is the reality of the situation, because these people are really sick, But I don't know. People say, oh, these people never condemn the oppressors and rulers. What, because we're afraid? Huh? I've had several death threats on my life. What? I'm afraid? I'm afraid to condemn the rulers, And you're so high and mighty. But these people don't represent Islam, and there has to be people that say that, and say it without fear of reprisal, because this is our religion, and it's our Prophet's religion. This is our Prophet's religion. And these people have disgraced his name, his honor, and everything he stood for. And I wish they were communists, I really do. I liked it back in I wasn't around, but 40s, 50s, 60s, when all these people were communists, like the Palestinians, they used to be communists. Do it in the name of communism, Do all your dastardly deeds in the name of some secular ideology, like these people do, like the Americans and all these other, when they bomb and do that, they do it in the name of freedom, these secular concepts that they purport to spread around the world. Do it in the name of something, but don't do it in the name of religion. Just leave religion out of this. And it's going to be a horrible world when they get rid of religion. People have no idea. We're already seeing the effects. Religion is what, all the charity comes from religion, that selflessness, people serving, all that volunteerism, that's not secularism. That comes from religion. You know, all those orphanages, all those hospitals, all that all comes from religion. People wanting to do good deeds for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or God, or however they understand the sacred. Even the Buddhists trying to get out of samsara and the cycles of reincarnation are doing their good deeds. It all comes from religion. You know, but the world of Bill Maher, the world that he wants to create, it's a world of selfishness and self-service. That's the world, and they'll see it in their lifetimes. It's already happening. You know, and the wine and cheese crowd, you know, that sit around talking about why religion's false, you know, let them go down in the inner cities and see what the removal of religion has done to people. You know, you can have your nice secular humanism and discuss Kant and the categorical imperative over cheese and wine, but go down into the inner city and see what's happened because Christianity was taken away from the African American community. See what's happened, you know, in these places. Really, religion holds families together. And those are social reasons that even Durkheim and all those early, you know, Max Weber, even whether they believed in God or not, they really understood the social function of religion, like that it was actually a positive social force. These idiots can't even see that. So, in the end, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يحمل هذا العلم من كل خلف عدوله ينفون عنه تحريف الغالين وانتحال المبطلين وتأويل الجاهلين. In every generation, this knowledge will be carried by those who follow, who are upright, they're just people, udul. And they will negate the tahrif al-ghalin, the distortions of extremists, intihal al-mubtilin, the decontextualization of the nullifiers, people that take things out of context in order to nullify the truth. And ta'wil al-jahilin, the interpretations of ignorant people. Those are the three things we're facing. We're facing extremists who have distorted our religion beyond all recognition. We're facing Islamophobes who decontextualize our book and our sunnah until people think it's some kind of evil religion. And then the general ignorance of the masses of Muslims who come up with conclusions. So, tahrif al-ghalin, we have to rectify this fikr al-ijtiza'i, انتحال المبطين الرد على أعداء الإسلام وتأويل الجاهلين ارتقاء ثقافة العامة. We have to elevate the understanding of the general masses of Muslims. This is our challenge. So the way we do this, we have to use wasail al-i'lam. We have to also, Shaykh Abdullah calls for tajreem al-takfir, criminalizing, anathematizing Muslims in Muslim states, that it should be outlawed. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ أَلْقَى إِلَيْكُمُ السَّلَامِ لَسْتَ مُؤْمِنًا تَبْتَغُونَ عَرَضَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا. Don't say to those who say to you, salam. And then, مَنْ رَمَ مُؤْمِنًا بِكُفْرٍ فَهُوَ كَقَتْلِهِ. This is a hadith. You know, if you call a believer a disbeliever, it's as if you killed him. Because you're making istibaha of his wealth and his life according to those who believe that. You're saying that his life is worthless. He's a murtad. Alhamdulillah.